Hello students, welcome to the political science tutorials. In this lecture, I am going to deal with the topic approaches to the study of public administration. The approaches are categorized into two, traditional approaches and the modern approaches. Under traditional approaches, the approaches are like classical approach, historical approach, philosophical approach, and mechanical or managerial approach. While the modern approaches includes the approaches like legal approach, system approach, and behavioral approach. So first I am taking the classical approach. Classical approach, it represents traditionally accepted views about organization. So we know that administration is not a new phenomena and it is as old as the society. So during the olden time, the administration was particularly under the rule of king. So king was ruling the administration and he was the administrative head taking the all the decisions. So whatever the practices which were being used or which were being practiced during the olden times were being accepted and they are included in the classical approach. So here basically the organizational structure and certain principles of management which were being practiced during the olden times are being accepted in the classical approach. Certain features of classical approach are it emphasizes on division of labor, specialization, structure, functional processes and span of control. So during olden time also the work was properly divided. Then there specialized people were taken into the administration. There was a structure in the administration. The functional processes were administered. The functions were given in detail who has to do what function, and there was a span of control. Okay, so the control was from the upward level to the downward level. So this is one of the feature of classical approach. Second feature that it was emphasizing on organizational structure for coordination of various activities while ignoring the role of human element. So here the organization structure it was coordinating with for various activities but the human role was ignored. Second, in classical approach, the organizations are treated as closed system, meaning it is basically based upon the status quo. It was not entertaining any changes. It was closed system. Next is efficiency of organization can be increased by making each individual efficient. So in order to increase the efficiency of organization, it was emphasized on the efficiency of individual. Centralization of authority. So in classical approach, the authority in the administration was not delegated, it was centralized, it was in the hand of one person. No conflict between individual and the organization. Economic reward as a source of motivation. So in order to motivate the people who are working in the administration, the economic reward was given based upon their performance. So these were the features of classical approach. Second approach is the historical approach. The name itself tells us that this approach basically dealing with the past. So historical approach explain the administrative institutions in the light of their past. So whichever administrative institution which were present in the past were being studied and were taken into consideration under historical approach. So here the historical approach analyzes the administrative institutions by tracing their development within a particular time span. Meaning here in this approach it basically studied the evolution of various administrative institutions, how they were developed, how they were formed, how they were practicing within a particular time span. Okay, so when they were formed, so all these things were being studied in this historical approach. Woodrow Wilson, who is considered as the father of public administration, he is emphasizing on the historical method to study public administration. So, according to him, the public administration can be developed only by studying its historical methods. So historical approach, it benefit in understanding the administrative system which were existing in the past and how it could be implemented in the present and how it could be used in the future. Third traditional approach is the philosophical approach. So philosophical approach is basically comprehensive by nature and it includes all administrative activities and government function. So this approach mainly focus on human behavior in administrative activities because administration finally it includes a human being and how humans are behaving in the administration are being studied in detail under this philosophical approach. This approach is an old approach and the thinker who are in support of this historical approach, meaning who have advocated, who have developed this philosophical approach are Plato, Thomas Hobbes and John Locke. Fourth approach is mechanical or managerial approach. So the founder of this approach is Frederick Taylor and Richard Warner. So this approach is also called as efficiency oriented approach or scientific management approach. The main focus here in this approach is on the efficiency of organization. So this approach views public administration is purely technical and non-political organization. So it is not politically oriented and it is purely politically free. That's what this approach believes in and it is purely technical by nature. So only efficient and qualified skilled person are to be present in administration. So as it is technical by nature, the skilled people is required in the administration. That's what this approach is believes and they should be efficient so that the administration function. So now we will study the next category of the approaches, that is the modern approaches to the study of public administration. So the first modern approach is the system approach. So system approach is originated in 1960s and the founder of the system approach in public administration is Herbert Simon. This approach basically look administration is interrelated and interdependent. So it cannot be function in isolation. So administration is made up of different organization and these organization are interrelated and interdependent. If one changes then it affects the other part of the administration. So the person in organization are seen as the basic unit of organizational system, meaning person working in the organization are important and they are the basic. If the person, meaning the staff who are working in the organization are efficient and skilled, then only the organization can be successful and it will function. Next modern approach is the legal approach. So legal approach is juristic by nature and it is also called as juristic approach. So this approach focus on formal legal structure and organization of public bodies. So whatever organization which are formed, they are legally formed and they are formal by nature. Legal approach is concerned with power, its structure and function. So the organization which are formed, it is basically concerned with the power of that organization and the structure of that organization and what function that particular organization has to be performed, that is what legally adhered. It emphasizes on formal organization of offices, official duties, limitation of power, and discretionary authority of administration. Meaning here the organization which are formed are formal meaning they are formed by the government, and their duties, their restrictions are being limited by law. Its sources material include the Constitution, Code of Law, Office Manual of Rules and Regulation, and Judicial Decision. So the powers, the limitations on the organizational function, it is decided as per the Constitution. It is the source, that is the Constitution, then law, then Office Manual, and certain judicial decisions. So based upon this, the powers and the limitations of organization are decided. The European countries like Germany, Belgium, France have adopted this legal approach. So these countries divided into constitutional law as well as the administrative law. So the founder of this legal approach is Frank J. Goodenough. He has advocated this legal approach. Third modern approach is the behavioral approach. So behavioral approach is also called as socio-psychological approach, and it is basically concerned with the scientific study of human behavior, because finally the administration is based upon the human being, meaning it functions by the human being. So what is the human behavior in the administration that have been studied with scientific methods. So this approach believes the conduct of administration is greatly influenced by human sentiment, perception, and the environment. So thank you very much. We will meet in the next lecture with the growth and development of public administration.